My beloved child, before you even realized it, your footsteps were already being traced by the divine. This message isn't just meant for your ears, it's meant for your soul. Heaven has been orchestrating this very moment. It may feel like your privacy was invaded or your silence stolen, but what you don't yet realize is that you were never truly alone. Someone had eyes on you, yes, but more importantly, I did. The one who formed your soul, sculpted your emotions, and lit the spark in your chest when you were just a whisper in the eternal plan. This is not paranoia. This is prophecy. The world you see is only a layer of the reality you walk through. Beneath the surface, realms of energy, spirit, intention, and divine observation are always moving. And lately, they've been moving around you. Why? Because you've become the center of a decision, a shift, a ripple so intense that even angels have paused their other assignments just to stand guard over your soul. That a person, someone who once claimed they had moved on from you, could not forget. Your silence spoke louder than words. Your absence rang like a bell in the corridors of their conscience. They didn't know how to ask if you were okay. They didn't have the courage to admit that they missed you, so they tried to gather fragments of your life from the shadows. They thought it would be harmless, a quick glimpse into your world, a confirmation that you were still breathing, still glowing. But they crossed a spiritual boundary, the line between curiosity and sacred privacy. And I let them see something they weren't ready for: your pain. The quiet ache you carry every day, the depth of your resilience, the strength of your prayers that never reached another human ear but shook the heavens. They realized something horrifying, that you had become a living testimony to divine endurance. And that frightened them more than anything else, because they saw in you what they could never understand: a soul still standing after storms that should have shattered you. So I stepped in. I sent Archangel Michael, the one who wars for truth and shields the chosen. For 2 hours, he tried to whisper to your spirit, but you've been numb. You've been quiet. You've built walls around your heart because too many hands reached in and didn't honor the fragility they found there. But now, I ask you, my child, lower your guard. Not for them, but for you. Because this message is not about betrayal. It's about breakthrough. You are being lifted into awareness. You are being called into clarity. You are being chosen for divine exposure, not to embarrass you, but to awaken the powers within you. This is your unraveling and your rising. The person who watched you is about to step forward. Their face may look familiar, but their energy has changed. They will be ashamed, broken even, by what they did. But you will not be shaken, because I have already sealed your spirit in light. The investigator? He was once a man of secrets, of shadows, of uncovering wounds. But he couldn't look into your soul without being transformed. He saw more than details. He saw divinity. And that changed everything. He came to me, trembling, weeping, asking for forgiveness for what he had uncovered. Because, child, the power in your life is not fictional. It's fierce. It's heavenly. What you've survived is not normal. It's not ordinary. The strength you carry? It's supernatural. The softness in your heart after all that you've endured? That's not weakness. That's spiritual maturity. And I need you to understand something very clearly. What was meant to spy on you has now been converted into protection around you. Your enemies became confessors. Your observers became worshipers. And heaven watched it all unfold in a Don't run. Don't panic. Don't assume the worst. This is a redirection, not a punishment. This is the hand of God peeling back the curtain and saying, look, even in your pain, I was writing a victory. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not being punished. You are being elevated. You are being revealed. You are being crowned in the very place you were being watched. My beloved, pause everything, not just in body, but in spirit. What you are hearing is not fiction, not fantasy, and certainly not coincidence. It is a divine summons, a spiritual truth breaking through the veil of your reality. You were never meant to be the target of investigation. You were meant to be the proof of transformation. A soul whose glow was so misunderstood that it became a riddle to the wounded, but not to me. I knew what I placed within you. And now even those who sought to expose you have been exposed by your light. The man who came to watch you, to document your journey from the shadows, thought he would uncover weakness. But he encountered something he couldn't explain, stillness filled with power, silence saturated in divine presence. When he captured your photograph, something unexpected happened. Your eyes, unknowingly staring into the void of surveillance, arrested his spirit. He said later it felt like he wasn't looking at a person, but at a living prayer, a glimpse into purity, a mirror reflecting mercy, and that image didn't let him sleep, that he wasn't supposed to care. He was paid to collect, not connect. But child, the light that rests upon you is unpaid for and unplanned by man. That light, my light, entered his room, entered his dreams, and disturbed the comfort of deception. The truth began haunting him. The truth that you are sacred ground, and not a single step should have been taken toward you without spiritual reverence. He was just doing a job, but I was writing a message. That message? It's this: you are chosen. You are marked. You are covered. What they tried to understand with human logic can only be known through spirit. That's why people stumble around your energy. That's why even those who try to let go keep returning. They feel something ancient in you, something holy. And now, I've assigned Archangel Michael himself to surround your presence. Right now, your space is encircled with light, not just to protect you from unseen agendas, but to reveal the magnitude of who you are becoming. That you've felt this shift, haven't you? The subtle changes in energy, the way people look at you, the dreams that seem like prophecies, the pressure in your chest that isn't anxiety but anticipation. That's not random. That's heaven realigning your path, because truth cannot hide anymore. Secrets will stumble into exposure. Every whispered word spoken in your absence will now echo back with clarity. This is your season of sacred reversal, not to shame them, but to set you free. The one who hired the investigator isn't just someone from your past. They are someone who couldn't survive without knowing where your soul had wandered. They were haunted not by guilt, but by the strength you found after they left. They tried to unravel your silence, only to discover it was made of fire. When they shut the door on you, they thought the chapter had ended. But you didn't collapse. You rebuilt. You whispered into the dark, and heaven heard. Now I need you to hear me. You will not open that door with fear. You will open it with wisdom. And if you choose not to open it at all, that too will be wisdom. Because this moment isn't about reconnecting with the past. It's about reclaiming your spiritual dignity. The person who sent that investigator did so from confusion, not malice. But confusion is no longer your burden to carry. What matters now is who you are becoming, not in their eyes, but in mine. And child, you are becoming unstoppable, unshakable, unbreakable. You carry a stillness that disrupts darkness, a quiet that demands reverence. You are the kind of soul who speaks without words and heals without touch. The note that was left behind, that wasn't from him, that was from me. That investigator may have written it, but my hand guided the words. The one you're searching for is not hiding anything, but you are. That message shook more than one soul. It marked the moment I sent my angels to intervene. It marked the shift from observation to revelation. So now, my child, take this in. This is your calling moment. Your awakening. Your unveiling. I am not sending this message as a warning. I am sending it as a sacred recognition. You have stepped into a season where even hidden spiritual traps are being destroyed. Even old betrayals are losing their bite. Because you are no longer who they remember. You have become someone only heaven fully understands.
पहले कितनी सारी है